the new podcast. So this is like my 15th podcast ever.
I think 18th.
That I was trying to count. I know I have more podcasts than I have sexual partners.
Jesus.
So 12. So.
What is that, podcast or partners?
Partners. Yeah.
Both. But I'm a lover. I'm a passionate man. But yeah, dude, it's all about like scheduling stuff. I've been hesitant to like start my own like solo thing and keep that going. You know, and I've tried a few things and mental health podcast. I don't know if did you do that one? Y'all do that?
I don't think that was
Which one?
The Glass Clown podcast.
No, I think that was right before we started.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen clips of them though.
Yeah, I was trying to do that one. Trying to do a music-based one called "Let's Start a Band." What else to do? Pat Out of Hell, which was a solo thing, but it's very rare to have guests. That was like a COVID thing.
What was your favorite one that you did? What did you have the most fun doing?
This is my favorite one.
This
so
one?
far.
This is the one that I'm doing currently.
That's the good right attitude.
Yeah, man, this is my favorite one, and this is gonna be my. This is the last one I could create.
You think so?
This has to be the last one.
We're the last.
You're the first. You're the first and last. Yeah, I mean, I got the it happens with Dallas, and already ran into a scheduling conflict with him. You know, he's a diva.
He's a busy man.
He's a busy man. He's a diva. He's not a good communicator. You know.
Yeah, I think he's just a piece of shit in general. I think,
yeah. And the thing, what's so funny about him? Like he convinced, because I was done with podcasting.
Sure.
I was done.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for me. It's other people's game.
Michael
you know?
Corleone and Godfather, they pulled you back.
Yeah, just when I thought I was out. You know, I did the Dude Man Homie Bro. That was fun.
Yeah.
Scheduling conflicts. You know, Scott retired, but he's coming back out of retirement. Hopefully, he was here last night.
Oh, he stopped doing stand up?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that.
He stopped for like 6 months, and I was like, dude, the whole reason for doing podcasts, like, if I wasn't doing comedy, I wouldn't be on social media.
Yeah, of course.
And I wouldn't be podcasting.
But social media is so much fun.
You don't even do social media, dude. And that's something I want to bring up.
You treat your guests like this?
No, yeah.
See, I am jealous.
Don't turn this into a.
I am jealous that he's not on social media. Right? He can be whoever he wants to be.
Anything.
You're envious, not jealous.
You can be anything.
Those are different words.
No, it's the same thing.
No,
jealous,
they're not.
Because you're.
Jealousy is a 3-party word, and envy is 2. Envy is just wanting something somebody else has. Jealousy is being upset that someone is going to take something away from you.
Yeah, you shouldn't get on social media. You annoy people with your fucking takes.
I'm just got straight facts. You went to college, didn't you? You should know that. You're embarrassing, bro.
Why aren't you on social media? Like, why doesn't that bother you?
No, but you're not like. Because didn't you hide like your? Like,
it was private.
stand-up?
Now it's not private, but
like, don't you hide stand-up stuff from like certain people that follow you?
Oh yeah, I hide them from 2 people. The 2 people that follow me from work.
A general audience. He's just like
they're not gonna.
They could be your fans, G.
They're not gonna get me to MSG, bro.
So I guess
they're gonna get me fired if anything.
Yeah.
I guess I am envious.
Envious
of the fact that you don't care about that stuff.
Well, I said by the time my next birthday, I'm gonna start posting stuff.
Really?
A couple months. I was like, I'm just gonna suck it up.
You should.
So you got clips ready to go?
I have sets that I like, and I'd be willing to send them to people who are good at editing and stuff.
Okay.
Like Zach, I think is good at editing clips. Or
do it on your own, man. I don't understand the outsourcing. Well, I get the outsourcing, but like I don't understand why you would be pro outsourcing. Like, do your own thing.
That's how
he's Indian. That's how
our people got in here.
It's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah,
that's visas, bro.
So you gotta
Now it's my turn to be on this side of it.
He's gonna farm it out. Yeah,
that is pretty American of you. Well, good. I mean, I think you should be on social media. What I like about you is that you don't like your comedy.
I don't.
Like you're very.
I'm not that self-loathing.
You're very hard on yourself, and I love that. I love that, and the opposite of other people, other comics,
like
other open micers that will S their own D as soon as they get off stage.
But like names, I just want to.
I'm not gonna name.
I want to get a better picture.
I'm not gonna name names.
Well,
but
I don't know what you're talking about. Then
you know exactly.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
When they go and they're like, oh, I just killed it, or
at where
fire set,
at what spot?
At all of them. I'm I'm painting the picture, but I'm not naming names.
Yeah, I
You've been
can
way
see
more
the person
toxic.
saying. I can see the person saying the sentence right now.
I mean, there's not just one. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And I think and it's not just them essing their own D, it's their friends essing their D as well. And I'm just like, dude, like, if you were really friends with this comic, this person pursuing comedy, you wouldn't be congratulations on every set.
Every time,
You would
yeah.
want to help them, like, get better, you know.
Or you would stop. You maybe don't see them all the time because you've seen their stuff already.
Yeah, or don't fake laugh at their stuff.
That's the worst. When comics fake laugh
When
at their
they
other
fake
comic
laugh.
stuff, it's like, bro, you're not helping them out.
But they think they are. They think, well, the crowd
I'm
doesn't know when to
supporting my
laugh.
friends, yeah.
So when the crowd hears me laugh, they'll know to laugh. I was like, no, they'll know when to laugh when he says something, or when they say something
It's an
funny.
organic reaction. Yeah.
When they say something funny and the crowd
You said
laughs.
he?
I mean,
So no bad women. That's what Patrick's a
Patrick's
female
a
ally right
woman.
yeah, we
pro
need
women.
we do need more female comics.
Funny female comics. Let's
here. All right, let's.
qualify that.
I don't know. I mean,
So we need more women comics who
More
are funny.
women comics.
There's plenty of those.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, we need more funny comics as
Yeah.
it is. You know, like that's what, or the old room that we came up in. That's why it worked. That's why it was so good, because you had to follow somebody who's working their ass off to be funny in front of strangers.
Yeah, fucking following like Raul or George or Josh was.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, and that was a challenge of it, you know. And not even doing as good, but doing good enough to keep that momentum
Just to hang
of
in
the
there.
show.
You just want to hang
Buried,
in there. Yeah.
Not feeling buried by them.
Not feeling buried. It's kind of like proving, like,
I belong here at least.
yeah.
I might be the last man on the bench, but like I'm in the roster type of vibe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, people notice that stuff. Like, for instance, the manager from the LOL club is checking out these rooms, and he notices them. He sees the difference of what it was and what it should be, and he even says that about this spot too. You know, like. He notices when people take their foot off the gas type of thing. He notices when people aren't putting in the work, but like doing the posting and doing the, patting themselves on the back or celebrating the nothings of open mic nights.
Nothings.
Well, you know what I mean? Like open mics aren't to like say, yeah, I fucking
crushed.
did it. I
Yeah.
crushed. Open mics is like, does this joke that I thought of in my head, is it funny when I say it out loud in front of people?
Yeah.
You know, like that's what it's all about. It's all about like doing new stuff, trying new stuff, working in new tags to old jokes and stuff. It's the workshop of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't do that. I mean, like, nothing bugs me the most. I mean, there's a lot of things that bug me about open micers.
Let me hear.
But like when I don't see their cell phone recording on the stool, or when I don't see them recorded their set in any type of way, I'm just like, you're not working at this. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I don't always record my sets, so I feel like
You got to record them
I know
all,
I
man. You got to record them all. And like when people want to ask me for like advice or something about, I was like, "What did you record your set?" Like, "Oh man, no, I forgot." I was like, "Well, record
they
your
just
set."
forget. They just don't want to.
They just don't.
It's not.
There's people
forgetting.
that don't, and I'm just like, dude, like, how do you not? Like, my thing is, one, I have a very bad memory. My thing is forgetting something that happened in the moment.
Yeah.
Also, my thing is there a clip here?
Yeah. Of
To
course.
be
You
honest,
have to
like,
think like that. Yeah.
It's such a mental health
It
thing.
sucks that you have to think about that, but it's
all the
true,
time. All the time.
So
dude.
the guy who's off of social media.
yeah.
not
I
doing-
posted every time I performed in the past 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, but if you go to your Instagram, you do one. It's
One
post.
awesome post.
See, and my thing, like the reason I do the social media, the reason why I do the podcast is like that whole thing that like if I don't make enough noise, the world is just gonna forget about me, and that's a
Well, I got
That's
the
a very-
world's gonna forget about you anyway. The world doesn't know you right now, but
some
but
people
I like,
do.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. No,
But like if I just like it wouldn't matter if I stopped doing this, but I feel like it does matter if I
if you're gonna do it, you do it.
Yeah.
Like and especially like this is any fucking creative career, but like No, there's no reason for anybody to get picked to be like a famous comedian or somebody who made it. Like if you're gonna try and make this a pursuit, like you really should go all out on it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why the fuck are you here?
I
and
think
like,
there is a reason that certain people make it. I wouldn't say it's just how much you promote yourself.
I mean, yeah, they got to be funny, but it's like that has to be a part of it. Otherwise, you're definitely not gonna make it if you don't do it like that.
I agree to an extent.
I don't know.
I don't know if I totally agree with that.
So did you find that like offensive that I said that you don't like your comedy? I think
Oh,
you're very
no,
hard
I
on your
agree.
comedy.
No, it's great. Yeah.
No, I like usually. I mean, I feel like if you so like. I mean, I think anyone, if like, even if you have like a 9 out of 10 set, like you think of that one joke or whatever
the
that
bad,
didn't hit,
yeah.
you're like, oh, well, that line sucks, so now like I
Yeah.
have to fix that. That's like, I feel like that's what you should be thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
It's like when the first thing you think of when you get off a stage is like, how could it have that gone better?
yeah, for sure.
That's what I like, or that's what I respect out of people. Or when people get off stage, it's like, oh, fucking murdered, fucking killed it. It's like, dog, no, you didn't. And like, there's so much you could have done better, you know?
Well, sometimes I'm happy with my set, even if it didn't go, like, even if it was like a 6 out of 10 set, but like if I went in with like a specific goal, I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to work on this like 1 minute chunk.
Yeah.
And I get like information out of it. Even if it didn't go great, I'm happy that I got that information out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just end up being much happier if I have a specific goal with every set. I mean, I don't every time, but when I do, I feel like I have more fun.
I hope whoever watches this really likes stand up because we're getting into the weeds.
No, it is pretty much like, okay.
I was just watching Patrick's podcast. It's
Nobody right now. It's at 0 followers.
It's fucking
you know.
comics, dude.
But just make sure you post on it, or post about it on your social media.
Yeah.
Dude. All right. A funny story. This happened last night, and I woke up feeling kind of bad about it. I don't know.
Sure.
So we had a pop-in last night, and I didn't know who. I didn't realize who it was until
An urban comic, correct?
later on. I don't know why you gotta say it like that.
Well, I'm just saying that might not be.
But okay, so preacher Lawson came by Bogside yesterday, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was him, because he said he's from Dallas and he said he was in town for a jiu-jitsu tournament, and so I'm just like, and he just dropped a special. But he has like long hair, long braided locks.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Right.
I know him having
So-
long hair. Yeah.
So had I seen that, like that person, and I'm real bad at introducing myself.
Of course.
Like he said, oh, what's your name? I was like, oh, Patrick, and then he said his name. I was like, yeah, man, good to meet you, and all this stuff. So I never really got his name. So he came downstairs. It was before the show started. He came downstairs. I guess like nobody was here yet. So he went back upstairs. I was standing in the front barking, or trying to bark rather, and so he just comes out and we just talk comedy. He's like, "Oh man, how long have you been doing comedy?" So yeah, this, that, the other.
Oh, that's sick.
And so I was like,
cool.
"Oh, you do comedy too?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, my name's
I
Preacher
have a
Lawson.
No, he never said his
Oh,
name.
he never said his name.
He said it the first time we introduced each other.
Yeah, and if you didn't
Did he say
catch
his full
it,
name or just say I'm preacher?
Again,
you don't
I
know.
didn't
Yeah,
hear
he doesn't
that.
really know.
Oh, you
yeah.
just didn't.
I have really bad hearing. We were outside.
fucking
It was
drummer.
loud.
Here's your shot.
And so I heard him say, "What's your name?" I said, "Patrick." He said something. I was like, "Nice to meet you. The room's downstairs. Get a drink. Go downstairs. Whatever." So,
Damn.
so
He's
he,
a million
You big
followers
shot
on
at
Instagram.
Preacher Lawson, dude.
let me get there, dude. No, I didn't big shot him. I thought he was a.
I thought he was a nobody.
I thought he was just looking for the show.
Yeah.
I thought he was just looking for the show. So, all right. So comes downstairs. The show hasn't started. He goes back upstairs. I'm outside, and he just like we just start chopping it up, you know. And I didn't suspect anything because one, he said he's from Dallas. I didn't know he's in Dallas. I thought when you hear Preacher Lawson, I think of L.A. comic, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh no, I drove in from Dallas. I'm in town for a jiu-jitsu tournament." So I was like, "All right, well then you're not." I didn't assume he was anybody.
Sure, yeah.
Once he said, he's like, I asked him, well, like, how long have you been doing comedy? He's like, oh, 16 years. I was like, dog, if you want a spot, I'll give you a spot. He's like, yeah, sure, we'll see. I was like, yeah, man, like there's like probably like 20 people downstairs, He's like, 20? He's like, I don't know, more or less. He's like, yeah, try less. I was like,
Damn.
I was like, yeah, man, that's why I'm out here barking and all that stuff. And so It was so funny, dude. I talked so much shit, dude. I talked so much shit about LA comics.
Damn, dude.
Over like
Dude, you're
East
never
Coast
gonna-
comics.
You're never gonna make it in this biz, dude.
I guess not.
You just got fucked.
So, but he's just going along with it. He's going along with it.
like, yeah, man.
And talking about this, and I was like, have you ever heard of the Kill Tony show? He's been on like 4 times.
Like in the old days.
He was on in the old days. He was on because he just dropped a special on 800 Pound Gorilla.
He was a guest.
He was like a golden ticket type of thing. So he came on he got a spot.
Wait, how long ago?
This was about maybe a couple months ago.
Wait, he got a golden ticket?
Well, because he started from like the early times. He got a golden ticket before a golden ticket was a
okay,
golden
I
ticket
see.
thing. And so, but they knew him from LA.
Yeah,
so he's like, hey, let me pop on, do a minute, whatever the fuck.
Or just spend 20 minutes shit talking LA comics.
No, but so he goes like, yeah, I've been on Kill Tony. I was like, yeah, cool. So you know how it works. He's like, yeah, but it was a long time ago. I was like, yeah, man, me too, dude. Like I was on Kill Tony when they were getting like 5,000 views, all this stuff, but never said. Because I was there promoting my special. I was there promoting, whatever the fuck.
That's cool.
Never got into it. And then he asked about like, well, what comics are you into? And I told him, one of my all-time favorite, Rodney Dangerfield. He's like, man, I don't, like not a lot of people like bring up old comics, like, he goes like, any modern comics you're into? And I was like, and that's when we got into like, I prefer like East Coast comics over West Coast comics. I was like, because I think LA comics, nothing against LA comics, but I just think they're all trying to be actors. They're not in it just for stand-up and stand-up alone. They want to be in movies. They want to be in television. They want to be acting and all that stuff. I was like, with New York comics, or East Coast comics rather, they're there for the love of comedy. And I'm saying this.
I like East Coast comics better than West Coast.
But I'm saying this to a West Coast comic.
Sure.
And if you've seen Preacher Lawson, he's very act-out heavy. He's a big energy, big performer, all that stuff. Which is another thing, because when you see all his clips, it's like, here he's just like, just chill, just very laid back.
Yeah.
He even took breaks from our conversation to hit on people walking by. He was barking with me. He was like, free comedy show downstairs,
Damn,
come on down. And so we were just talking shit, and it just out of nowhere, he goes like, you ever got a standing ovation?
Damn, dude.
And I was like, nah, man, nah. I was like, but here's what I think about standing ovations. And I was like, I've never seen one.
Bullshit.
I've never seen one where it's like crowd started standing ovation. I've seen one where you see people go like they start like they don't end with a big laugh. They end with like a speech, like, guys, this is a dream come true.
Yeah.
I thought nobody believed in me, and here I am on the big stage, and you're all here, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so, you're guilt tripping people into like getting on their feet and giving you a standing ovation. That I've seen. I've never seen like a fuck yeah, that fucking killed anyway. And so I'm just going over talking shit, making him laugh.
You said this to me?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I just think I'm talking to a 16-year comic.
Yo, Pat, you real as fuck for this, dude.
Again, I'm bad with names as it is.
Yeah.
We introduce each other. I missed his name, so I can't go like, hey man, what's your name again? Anyway.
I think you can do that.
You could probably do that.
Well, because I asked him if he wanted to go up. And he's like, I don't know, man, we'll see. And so we came downstairs, and I was waiting for him to introduce himself. So I was like, well, yeah, Daniel's running it. He's like, okay. And so because I didn't want to say, what was your name? Because we had just talked for half an hour.
Did you see him?
I didn't know it was him, but yeah, I mean, I saw him around.
I thought you were gonna say like, yeah, Quasi was like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
So anyway, he disappears for a while, and I guess, whatever. And then before the 9 o'clock show ends, he comes back downstairs, says bye, and just dips out. And the show, I mean, the 9 p.m. show was a little, like, the energy was a little low with the crowd and all that stuff. So I was like, I had already started drinking. So I was like, I'm just going to go have a drink upstairs. I go upstairs, and Kevin, the manager from LOL, he goes like, yo, was that Preacher Lawson? I was like, dog, is that who that was?
Crazy.
I was like,
Yo.
nah, man. He said he's from Dallas. He said he's in town for a jiu-jitsu tournament. He's like, I don't know, man. I think that was Preacher Lawson. And I was like, nah, man, nah, no way. And so I didn't think nothing of it. And me and Kevin just started talking about other stuff, whatever. And I wake up this morning. I was like, oh yeah, let me check out this Preacher Lawson guy. Let me see where he's at in the world. You know, see what's up. And so I go and I check out the story, and the dude is doing the story, driving, wearing. I mean, it turned out to be him. He was wearing
exact same
He was wearing
outfit,
the jiu-jitsu shirt that he was, that he came down here with. I was like, dog, why did you tell me who
Damn,
you were,
dude.
dude? Because
He did tell you who he was. You just knew.
No. I mean, he never like. I don't know, man.
So you wanted him to be like, I'm Preacher Lawson. I got a million.
Yeah,
Instagram followers. I do theaters.
No, because he said he's from Dallas. I was like, oh, how's the Dallas scene? And then he told me like, oh yeah, they got this club, they got this club, they got this club. He goes, how's San Antonio? I was like, you know what? Well, it's close to Austin, and that's a good thing. I was like, Austin, I've heard that people could get 5 to 7 sets a night. He's like, what? I was like, dude, you haven't been to Austin? He's like, well, I didn't know it was like that. But he never said like, yes, I've been to Austin. Yes, I've done the mothership. Motherfucker, do you know who I am? Like, he's never did this.
Yeah.
He was just like...
So he's like a nice guy.
He was being a normal guy. Yeah.
Just playing it cool, but playing that nonchalant.
Yeah.
You know, like...
You're blaming him somehow for this.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yes.
Like, this asshole was being not
He
a
didn't tell me
dick.
who he was so I could suck his dick. Yeah.
No,
I would
man.
have done whatever he asked.
And
If even told me.
even I wouldn't have.
If he wanted his dick sucked,
I wouldn't have sucked his dick. I was gonna give him a spot based off the fact that he drove in from Dallas and he's been doing comedy for 16 years.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, if you want a spot, like, I could get you a spot. He's like, oh, well, we'll see. He didn't seem impressed by the room, or the crowd rather, because there was like 12 people. Because I was like, yeah, man, we got like 20 people. There's like 20 people downstairs. It's like 20.
Wait, did he see it already?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Because I'm outside, I'm barking people in, even though like there's nobody outside. He comes downstairs, and immediately, like, I was just like, "Oh, you looking for the comedy show?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm for the comedy show." So I told him to go downstairs. He came downstairs, and then he came back up, and that's when we were just chopping
Did
it
Kevin
up.
see y'all talking, or
No.
oh, he just saw him walk up?
Yeah, when he left, he just said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna head out." And I was like, "Oh man, nice to meet you. Whatever. Have a good night." And then I went upstairs shortly after that, and Kevin was like, "Yo, was that Preacher Lawson?" I was like, "What?" Dude, like,
Yeah, that's
no
crazy.
way, dude. I was like, "Nah, man. He said he's from Dallas, and
I
he
didn't just embarrass myself for 20 minutes.
and he said he's here for a jiu-jitsu tournament, which doesn't sound like a Preacher Lawson thing,
Sure.
you know, because I thought he was from L.A.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he moved to Dallas.
I mean, those.
I mean, yeah, those
LA,
guys
there's
do
a jiu-jitsu
jiu-jitsu.
thing.
Yeah,
they got
for
like the
sure.
Brian Callen. and shit.
No,
Rogan,
yeah. But I heard him say that he's from
Dallas, yeah,
Dallas.
so you couldn't-
He was a Dallas comic.
Yeah.
Maybe he just said, no, I'm driving in from Dallas because I'm on tour all over the place.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, man, like me and my brother were talking about moving to Austin. I was like, dude, that's the fucking move, dog. If you want to do something with comedy, bro, that's the place to
Yeah,
be.
if you're
Let me give you some advice, sir.
yeah.
I was like, man, if you meet the right people,
Take it from a pro over here, that's the move.
I mean, I was just on Kill Tony and whatever. So yeah, like I
had
I
my
put in a
day
good
well.
word. I put in a good
Yeah.
word. What's your name again? Never did that. Never
Yeah.
did that. But yeah, man,
You
we
should have done that.
What
we
was your
just
name?
we
Put
were
a good
just,
word in for you.
we were just chopping it up like nothing because I just thought he was a 16-year comic, just in it, whatever. And then I go and check out his IG and like, dog, how come you didn't tell me who you were, dude?
Yeah, he did.
So I messaged him. I was like, hey man, good meeting you last night. Hope you are good luck at your jiu-jitsu tournament.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I hope he watches this and be like, that guy
Yeah, let's tag him when
Yeah.
you release it.
Preacher.
If
You've never met anybody that you fucking like,
didn't know was famous.
or just like, yeah. I mean, I don't think I would have been any different.
Yeah, you would have.
As far, I don't think so.
I'm not saying. I mean, I think
Even
you
subtly,
subconsciously,
yeah, subtly,
like,
yeah.
you would be different. I mean, we all would be.
I would have definitely made sure because I brought him down to lead him to you, so you could get his name.
Yeah.
If I knew that was Preacher Lawson, I would like definitely go like, well, let's let's get you on. You know, I was just gonna put him on because he was a 16-year comic.
Yeah.
But he never told me like, oh yeah, I just dropped a special. He made it seem like he's still on the grind.
Dude, the photos.
Yeah, that'd have been cool
great.
to get him a photo on this stage.
You could have just had him walking up the preacher lesson, walking up the stairs at Francis Bogside.
Yeah, that'd have been sick.
I don't know. We gotta check the security cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah, clip
but
it.
yeah, dude. I was, when Kevin said, because again, I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
All the clips I've seen of Preacher Lawson, he has the long hair. You know, he's active. He's very animated, bigger. You know, big act. And this guy was just cool. You know, he was even hitting on chicks. Wait, yo, what's your name? What's your name, girl? Stephanie. You know, come on down to the comedy show. Nah, I'm good.
At least he was cool. That's cool that he kind of helped out. That's kind of sick.
Yeah, because like he was just. I was outside. He was just standing with me. We were just chopping it up. And then when people would pass by, I was like, "Oh, free comedy show." He's like, "Oh, you're out here barking, man. My bad." I was like, "Nah, man. I mean, it's good to have company. I mean, there's nobody here, so
Yeah. Good.
I'm good, man. We're just fucking chopping it up, whatever."
Chilling.
That's still
sick.
cool.
Yeah,
though.
that's sick.
Like that's still cool.
But like the conversation would have been different for sure, if I
yeah.
knew that it was him. I was like,
You probably wouldn't have shit so much on LA Comics.
Definitely not. No, you wouldn't.
no, I mean, like, I still feel that way. I still feel like
Sure, but
LA
you're not-
comics are like more about acting
Yeah.
and movies than. I'm not saying that they don't love stand up or they don't enjoy doing stand up, but they are
That's not their
there.
primary.
Yeah, they're there to be Hollywood. And I was even talking shit about, and all these cell phone celebrities. It's like cell phone celebrities, I was like, like the TikTokers and Instagrammers and all that stuff. It's like, oh, interesting, man, interesting. I did make him laugh a couple times when I told, like, it was a weird thing, like a weird question. Have you ever got a standing ovation?
Yeah, no, that was a crazy.
You ever got a standing ovation? I was like, nah, man. I
You had
don't
to
think
check
so.
it. You were coming
That's
with.
yeah.
You were coming at him high.
talking shit.
And then we got into that whole debate too about like, what do you want to do with comedy? And I was like, and he didn't believe me either. I was like, honestly, dude, I just want to be somebody's touring feature. That's all I want to do. I mean, I don't want my name to be on the tickets. I don't want to have to move tickets. The feature spot is the sweet spot. Less stress. You still get to have fun. The crowd enjoys you maybe, but the whole stress of the show is not on your shoulders. He goes, really?
Has anyone not?
I mean, I was surprised when you said that. It makes sense given your drummer background, but I was surprised.
And then he was like, well, have you told anybody that?
I
was like,
he's like, don't do that. He's like, stop telling people that.
no, he was telling me like that I should offer that for people to let people know. Because like a lot of people, I guess he was saying that that's not a common goal.
Yeah, like headliners might look at like a lot of people just see that as like a stepping stone. So maybe that'd be refreshing for a headliner to have a guy who's
to know that he's not going to try and bury me.
This is where this is what he's
kind
happy
of where he
with.
wants to tap out. Yeah,
and then just me trying to drop with little accomplishments or whatever that I've had. I was like, yeah, man. Well, I did the Kill Tony thing. It went okay. It went all right. And I'm gonna go on the road. And doing the Addison Improv and Houston Improv in July. Blah blah.
Oh,
blah.
that's sick.
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm going on the road with Chingo Bling.
Oh, that's sick.
Dope, dude.
Yeah. So I'm actually got a few dates. I'm doing Addison Improv, Houston, Bastrop, one show, and then he asked me to do the October shows here at Laugh Out Loud.
Oh,
Fuck
dope.
yeah, dude.
Feature or host?
Hosted for the other shows. I don't know what he wants me to do here. Because he has Javi Luna. Javi Luna is like his feature act.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, man, you got to host, and maybe in the Addison show we might have midnight pull up. So it got to be a tight show. I was like, man, whatever, man. I'll take any time, anytime. And he's like, yeah, man. And he's taking care of everything. He's gonna let me sell merch, so I got to get merch.
That's sick. Fuck yeah.
So yeah, man. He's actually been pretty cool, man. Chingo's been pretty cool. He's reached out and he's like, congratulations on all that, man. It came out really good. Hope this helps you boost your, helps you get seen and all that stuff. I was like, yeah. Well, how about you take me on the road with you? He's like, yeah, man.
Wait, you said that?
Well, not in that way, but like, it wasn't until later. Because when comics give me their phone numbers, I'm just like, do not abuse this.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to come off like asking for something
Bugging
already.
him or- yeah.
So I was like, hey man, I see you got some Texas shows coming up. If you have any time, any spots, you know, I'm down. I'm available. You know,
yeah,
just-
that's
sick.
tactful.
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
dude.
just let me know. And he goes like, well, I guess it would have to be a weekend, so it's worth it, right? And I was like, hey man, anything you got?
He made it sound better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, anything, I'll do anytime. And I guest spot. I'll drive out to fucking Houston or Addison for a guest spot. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because his crowd, I mean, guy sells out. You know,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
fucking massive crowd. And I was like, just opportunity to be seen. He goes like, and then he hits me with all these dates. He's like, are you available for
Oh,
these
that's
dates?
sick.
That's
dude.
so
And I was
sick.
like, yeah, dude.
Wait, was this off of Kill Tony?
Yeah.
That's
well,
dope.
I've met. He was on one of my podcasts before.
Chico Bling was on your podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember you had him.
The last Pat Out of Hell
Damn.
Yeah, it was with Chico Bling.
was with Chingo Bling. So I mean, I've known of him, and then like he's been hella supportive. He likes all the stuff on my social media. Shared some things, you know, but with the Kill Tony, he was very impressed, and like that's when he actually gave me his number. He's like, hit me up, dude. Like,
That's
let's-
cool that he like remembered you
That's
enough, like to
dope.
like
Yeah,
reach
that's
back
sick.
out after he saw you.
Yeah. What was funny is that like I did so well that he was messaging all the Patricks in his phone or all the Patricks on his social media.
That's
so he
sick.
was like, there's Patrick
It's just
Eady.
you.
Patrick Eady out of Houston was getting like all these like, hey man, just saw you on Kill Tony. You fucking killed it. Blah blah blah. Patrick Eady's like sending me screenshots. He's like, hey man, you did so good. Chingo's telling me congratulations. I was
That's
like-
dope. Fuck
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
dude. That's hilarious.
And then Chingo actually got a hold of me. He's like, hey man, send me your number. And then we started texting back and forth,
Fuck
and
yeah,
just
Pat.
like. He was impressed with the music. He's like, man, I didn't know you played music. I was like, yeah, in a past life. He's like, yeah, man, you could tell. Like, you're really good at that. You're good at comedy, man. It was fucking good. He gave me a shout out on Joshua J. Nieto's. I guess they have like a podcast or something that they do
Yeah, I
together.
saw that.
So they talked about me on there, man. And so when I saw that, I was like, hey, man, like, I guess this guy really likes me. And that's what I texted him. I was like, any Texas opportunities that you have, you know, just feel free to throw them my way. And then
That's sick.
we went
That's
back
dope,
and forth and made it happen. And I was like, yeah, dude. But so that would be good to get me in with the.
Hear that, Preacher Lawson? We don't need you. We got fucking Chico Bling.
Nah, I still.
No,
yeah,
okay, no,
message me
Patrick-
back, preacher.
Oh, did he respond to you?
nah.
No, of course not.
Oh.
Nah, well, this was this morning. And he has his jiu-jitsu tournament this morning.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah,
that's why.
Otherwise, he
Yeah.
would-
Otherwise, yeah, of course
Yeah,
he would have.
him
Like,
and-
we had a good time. I made him laugh.
Would have been hitting him back.
Let me see. Nope, still haven't seen it. But yeah, I just like,
I'll send him a message. I'll be like,
yo, nice
Check
meeting,
DM.
respond to
Yeah,
Patrick
yeah, yeah.
Christopher.
nice meeting you last night. Good luck at your tournament.
You sound like a groupie, dude.
You sound like a 12-year-old asking out her first date. Good luck at your baseball game.
Look, I didn't know who he was. I mean,
Well, that's evident.
I know the name. And again, all the promotions that I've seen about Preacher Lawson is with dude with long
That
hair.
is true.
Yeah.
I've only seen him with long hair.
And
I don't know
then
how long ago that was, but
he said he was from Dallas, and he's here in town for a jiu-jitsu tournament.
it's so funny. It just sounds like you're blaming him.
I am blaming him. No, wear a shirt that says "I am
piece
Preacher
of shit.
Lawson."
Yeah.
Preacher Lawson. I am somebody, actually.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I got 2 specials out, but yeah, it was so funny. Like Kevin was the one who said like, "Yo, was that Preacher Lawson?" I was like,
Damn. No,
What,
don't tell me
dude?
that. Yeah.
"What?" I mean, he was a cool guy. He didn't try to like big time me.
No, he sounds super cool.
He could have.
Yeah.
I would have.
I feel like every famous comic's at least kind of a dick.
Kind
Well,
of
not a dick, but
douchebag
like
a little bit.
a little bit more like
They got an ego for sure.
egotistical.
Yeah.
Nah, man, he was asking about the comedy scene here. I was like, you know what? We're not that far from Austin. And I asked about I was like, how's the scene in Dallas, man? You know, you get a lot of stage time, you do all this stuff.
I've heard it's very good there.
They have a lot of clubs. The thing about Dallas is that it's so spread out. You know, like with Austin, like the reason you could get 5 sets, possibly
They're
5
all
sets,
in
and
blocks,
it's
yeah.
all within the same radius. It's all the 6th Street, 5th Street, 7th Street, all across 35, not too far.
Yeah.
But like, it's doable.
Yeah.
You know, it's doable to get that many spots. With Dallas, you got to drive all across town. You
Well,
know,
it's all,
with
when they say
Plano,
Dallas like area, they say there's like 11 clubs, but that's like
It's all
including
spread out.
The whole DFW area.
the DFW, yeah. And but yeah, dude, it's so funny. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I made a fool out of myself.
No, you did.
I did.
Yeah. No, you fucked up. Yeah.
I mean, I did. I didn't talk shit about LA comedy. I just said my preference is...
Yeah, but how's it gonna sound?
Yeah,
East
yeah,
Coast.
yeah.
You think it sounded that way? How many drinks do you have in you?
No, I didn't drink. I haven't started drinking yet.
Because when you start drinking, you
Yeah,
let it fly, dude.
you'll let loose.
Yeah, dude.
go.
But he agreed with me though. He was like, "Yeah, man. Like people out of New York, they're there strictly for stand up, and if it leads to something else, then so be it.
Yeah.
But people out of LA, they're there doing stand up while they're trying to get on.
If people want to be writers, which coast is it? Is it west or east?
Interesting.
I
mean,
can't. I feel
I've
like I
heard
knew this at
West
one point, but I
Coast.
don't know.
West Coast for sure for writing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean all the TV shows and shit out there. And
Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking like a couple late night and SNL.
Yeah, that's
but-
true.
Yeah, but
If
all
you're-
the
if you're
all the
one of
other
those
shows
writers,
are
yeah.
west probably.
But I don't know. I mean, Tim Butterly moved from New York to Austin for some, I guess, a writing gig. But I'm trying to figure out what writing gig
I thought it was just
Probably
his boys are
tired.
gay.
is in Austin.
maybe tires.
Well, I thought they were doing tires in Philadelphia.
But maybe writing for the next season or something.
Oh,
or-
I don't know, man.
I mean, I thought it was just because his boys were here. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of Shane guys, so that makes sense.
So they're taking over, dude. But
dude, they're all like super down to earth. Like, I don't know any of them super well or anything, but like, they're all like. None of
Anytime
them
you
have
meet
any
him.
and see,
like-
I'm the same way. I knew of Tim Butterly just from podcast because I listen to podcasts. I don't really watch podcasts, so I knew of Tim Butterly. I didn't realize that was Tim Butterly on my Kill Tony show.
That's crazy. That's
oh,
funny.
you didn't know that.
No, I knew O'Connor from
Matt
Stuff
Shanks,
Island.
or- yeah.
Stuff Island. And I didn't know that was Tim Butterly. And he didn't really say anything while I was on stage. O'Connor was the one that did most of the talking, him,
Yeah.
Tony, But, and then I was like, fuck, that was fucking Tim Butterly.
That's sick.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I like.
Here's the thing. I don't put faces to names.
How long did it
That's
take for
been
you
the
to
whole
know?
idea of this podcast.
Yeah.
You
Wait, how
can't-
long did it take for you to know my name?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like it probably took you a while.
I feel like your name is unique enough that people catch it pretty
People, I think
quickly.
they just kind of like something. It's something
Yeah,
J.
yeah.
I knew it was Jeevan. Your last
okay.
name. Your last
Oh,
name. It still
that's-
trips me up. I just
that's
say
understandable.
Supermanian.
Sibian.
You got it. You hit it. You got it right.
But that took me a long time. I was like, Jeevan.
I just love that there was a string of like open mics where the person would say it, Clifton would say it differently each week. And it's like each week he said he was going to do it right. And he
He's
said,
like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it this time. And then
Yeah.
one week he was like, oh, it's actually just how it's spelled. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. It is a bit. It's intimidating because it's a lot of letters all at one time.
You know what? Some people will like.
How many letters is your last
yeah,
name?
if you don't read
11.
the letters, then it's
11.
But like sometimes
Jesus.
people will like because they'll see like Jeevan Subramaniam like on a lineup,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll see the last name and it'll scare them so much that they'll forget how to read. They'll fuck up the first name. They'll
Yeah.
like Jeevan. It's like that just means you're dyslexic. Like
Jeevan.
you're not getting
Yeah.
the vowel sounds are in the wrong order.
Or you get the Von.
Jeevan.
I can understand that.
Jeevan, everybody.
Is it Jeevan?
No, it's Jeevan.
No,
but
Jeevan,
I
right?
get that.
All right. Like we've been calling Tanvir the wrong name. Apparently it's Tanvir.
Yeah,
Tanvir.
but like,
He's never corrected any of us.
That's crazy.
but that's like that
Tanvir.
like that immigrant diffidence. You know,
Sure.
where you're like, yeah, I just want to.
But you knew him as Tanvir before Tanvir? Because you knew him before you did
No,
stand-up.
I didn't know him. My mom had like barely known him.
Oh, okay,
so-
yeah.
Y'all all know each other?
I guess
What
he'd
do you
gotten
mean by
some
you all?
clout.
You know what I mean by you all?
No, I explain, please. No, I actually did know. My parents apparently knew Chandra before.
That's hilarious.
Like apparently I saw him at like our temple, which we barely ever went to.
Yeah.
But I apparently saw him like when I was 4,
Oh, cool.
and then he taught me everything he knew.
Yeah. Damn, dude. So yeah, what's up, Preacher Lawson, man? Sorry, I didn't. What? And you know what? What's so funny? Well, I don't know. Y'all don't remember Justin Byers, huh?
I barely remember him. He was leaving stand-up kind of when I came in.
So Justin Byers had a foot and mouth encounter with Preacher Lawson at the Tiger once, because Preacher came by the Tiger. I guess he did a set while he was at LOL, whatever. And then Justin was like, he introduced himself. He's like, "Hey, what's up? My name's Justin." And he goes, "Oh, that's my brother's name." And Justin goes, "Black people aren't named Justin."
That's fucking hilarious. That is so good. That is
It's also not true.
yeah, Justin Jefferson is one of the best.
But what's so funny, and I don't know if this this came because he has a joke on his special. A preacher has a joke on his special about black people with white names. You know,
Yeah.
or vice versa. You know, I was like, I wonder if it
Inspired.
inspired him by Justin Byers' encounter. You know. Because he was like, yeah, black people aren't named Preston, or if they are, they're called Black Preston. You know?
Black Preston.
Preston, I could see being a black name.
Really?
C being a black name.
Yeah.
It's like if a white guy. Well, now this is just his joke. I'm fucking just quoting, but he's like, if a white guy was named Jamal, he'd be White Jamal.
Yeah.
You know.
Apparently, Jamal can be an Indian.
Anyway, check out Preacher Lawson's
That's it.
special
That's
on
one of the characters in
YouTube.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, Jamal. Yeah.
Yeah, Jamal. I thought it was crazy.
That would be cool if you were Jamal.
Jamal, that would be crazy.
Jamal Subramaniam. Jamal Subramaniam actually sounds really good.
Subramaniam, yeah.
I mean, I feel like Jeevan's one of the better Indian names I could get.
Oh, yeah,
It
you
has like
got-
baked in nicknames, and
It is cool
It's
sounding.
easy enough to say, at least.
Yeah.
It is very cool
Kind of
sounding.
lucked out.
It could have been way worse, dude.
Your parents could have.
It also sounds like a nickname. It's not a nickname, right? Like that's the full
Yeah,
name.
it's the full thing.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Jeevan, that's a cool sounding name. And Subramaniam.
You're not getting it right now. You just
Say your last name.
no.
Well, how do you say it?
Subramaniam.
Subramanian.
Subramaniam.
Subramaniam.
Correct.
Wow, I didn't know there was a bruh in there.
What'd you think? Supra?
Supermanian.
You-
I say I make it a P. I throw a P in there.
P in there, but you've seen it.
I'm
You've
like
seen it many without a P.
I'm not dyslexic. I flip things. That's not dyslexia, right? Dyslexia is where you misplace the words. I turn.
That's just retarded, I think, is what you're describing.
Hey, this is a family podcast.
That's getting edited out.
I
That's
can
another
say
reason why you can say it.
yeah.
I mean, it's technically not what you are.
Okay, all right.
That's,
But
I
yeah,
mean, it's a brain injury, what I have.
I do admit that I
Yes.
do this the pa instead of the ba.
Supermanian.
Supermanian.
I guess, if you say it like...
I just say it fast.
In flow, yeah, you can't really tell Supermanian. Yeah, not really.
that's true. Also, if someone's bringing me up, I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, and you're probably thinking of, what am I going to open with? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was the first. I remember because I knew the person was gonna fuck up my last name. So it was Mary. She was hosting my first open mic, and then she was like, Jeevan Subramaniam, whatever. Like that's what she said.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have.
Which is very racist, by the way.
And then the first thing I said was I should have used my telemarketer name. It's fucking hacky as shit ever, but it hit. So I was like, all right, I'm happy.
you're
my
in the-
first
you're in
time
the
doing
game.
it.
Yeah.
And then my second time doing stand up, Jake was hosting, and then he was like, how do I say your name? And I was like, just fuck it up, dude. Please.
Yeah. That was like your go-to, right? You always make fun
Just
of
for that was literally the last time I did it.
Yeah.
But and then Jake brings it up now. He's like, dude, look at this fucking hack. He told me to
Yeah.
fuck up his name. So
Jake remembered it.
yeah. He didn't tell me until like a year later.
Also, Jake complaining about you being a hack?
Interesting.
I like
Shots fired.
No, I love Jake. Come on, shut up.
That's your hello
I do
there
a pod-
podcast.
Yeah, I do a
mate, dude.
podcast with him. I'm fucking kidding. I love Jake.
I
Yeah.
wish your intro was you going, hello there.
It was going to be originally, but I just
Come on.
'cause
you
it's
got,
like
you,
a- they're
you got to
leading-
shuck and jive a little bit.
They're-
You got
Dance.
How-
Dance.
because they're leading into the speech impediment, which I already don't like. But I'm not.
y'all both have speech impediments.
Yeah,
Y'all
mine-
should have a speech
impediment
impediment podcast.
podcast.
Mine's really bad. I mumble and then I stutter.
Y'all kind of have the same. Y'all have like the like Elmer Fudd shit.
Yeah, I
The fuck does that mean, dude?
You know what it means.
yeah.
You were alive when they were making those cartoons. Don't act like I'm the one who knows what that is.
Yeah, dude. I mean, now it's just like I used to be very embarrassed by it. I think I still am. Like that's why I really don't talk
Sorry
much.
for bringing it up.
Which,
I didn't know I had it until I started comedy.
Wait, really? Just because of Georgian name?
Yeah. Literally, they were
Yeah.
just like, you fuck up certain words, and I didn't know it.
But that's like,
Yeah.
remember Patrick was saying like your real comic friends will be like, you fucking sucks tonight. That's
Yeah,
real,
no,
you know.
I
I guess you can't really change that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you work on that thing that you have.
Yeah. Fix it
For the rest
please.
that's
Yeah.
been with you your whole life, try to change that. Yeah. I make up words. I blend words together. That's laziness, and it's just my brain's a little slower than others, I think.
My problem
No,
is
you're not dumb.
I have a deep voice, and then I just say stuff fast and like mumble a lot, and people are like, "What did you say?" I'm just like, yeah, sorry.
I feel like you're easy to understand for the most part, unless you're like
Yeah.
hammered. Then
Yeah, when I'm hammered, it's not a great scenario.
Dude, when I did a show at Silver Spoon, and the mic went out,
Damn,
so I had to do it
like
raw,
projecting.
a cappella. And when I have to project and enunciate, I spit so much, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And I felt so bad
Sitting
because
on these old people that show
I'm
up to
I'm
the
out there and
Trinity.
I'm yelling and I'm enunciating and I'm like, it's bad.
and then just telling bad
bad.
jokes. I mean, no.
Well, yeah,
I'm kidding,
yeah. Yeah. But I'm saying it like enunciating.
Yeah, no, you could see the spit hit the microphone and shit.
I was
you
gonna.
should have just held the mic like this.
Why? Why? It was a dead mic.
No,
I
to shield yourself, like to
Oh,
shield
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Just like yeah. I don't know, man. I feel bad. I mean, I spit more than I would like.
Yeah.
How much would you like?
On stage, and it's hard not
I
to.
always knew you were a spitter, Pat.
I am a spitter, dude. But and it's hard not to let it like disrupt the flow or the fucking. When I see spit, I feel so bad. That's why at LOL, I used to stand on the edge of the stage, and now I stand closer to the wall, so I don't spit anybody's nachos.
You feel like addressing it? You mean like you don't feel? I thought you said you don't want to mess up the flow.
I don't want to. I don't want. I want to move on as fast as possible.
And then it's like if certain people didn't notice, now you're just bringing unwanted attention to that.
Yeah, because like the
Exactly.
people beyond that one
Beyond
table,
that, yeah,
really,
this
like
yeah.
he's gonna be
row
like,
is
what
not
are you
gonna see
talking about?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very when there's a splash zone with me, so I stand very far back.
That's the VIP.
Yeah, if they're serving food. If they're not serving food, I'm like on the edge. Like I'll spit in your drink, but I feel bad about spitting in people's food.
These are people that paid the top seats in the front row, and you're just like,
Yeah, man. I mean, like I don't want to spit in somebody's fucking food.
yeah, no,
Their drinks. I mean, like, have at it, dude.
yeah.
We're intimate. I just told you about my deadbeat dad. You know.
Yeah.
Like we're connected now.
Now it's time to swap spit.
Yeah, dude.
Might as well at this point.
It's like we're making out. I don't know, man. We gotta wrap up. We didn't get into anything that I told
Hey,
you.
you sent
man.
me a list.
I
of-
gave you homework and
Yeah.
stuff, but also what threw it off. You brought this guy.
I'm sorry.
You didn't prepare, and not that you're.
you
not,
asked me to be on the pod.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna have you sit here and watch us talk to each
you
other.
give me a
That's
laugh track.
weird.
Yeah,
Daniel does have a good laugh track.
I do like being in the background.
But the idea of the podcast, this is just a pilot episode, but the idea of the podcast is like it's called Carpe
You get a guest,
Guisada.
they bring a disabled guy.
It's a show and tell for
Is that what it
disabled
is?
people. But no, it's getting into the nitty gritty of fucking comedy and then music and other hobbies or interests that people are into. Because the whole idea of Carpe Guisada is just like, what do you blend together to make you who you are type of thing.
Cool.
I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds stupid, but I do believe that a podcast that I have to be on or that I'm on should have a theme. You know, I know some people just go like, "Oh, we'll just press play and talk shit, and like everybody will love it." I was like,
Yeah.
I really want to have like
You
a
wanna have
theme
some
to
structure,
it.
yeah.
Want to have some
Sincerity is
structure. to it.
cool. I think we're at the point where that's like nice again.
Yeah. So I mean, when I bring them on back on individually, we'll talk music, we'll talk comedy, we'll talk all that stuff. All the podcasts that I've had before, I'm gonna combine it all into one, and this is what the Carpe Guisada is all about. And also, you know, Carpe Guisada is kind of like the motto,
Mantra, yeah.
your motto, your mantra, and all this stuff. You know, live and let live, or fake it till you make it.
If anyone's motto is that, they should kill themselves.
Do y'all have something? Do you have something, whether sincere or goofy, that you like have a motto, a life motto or mantra, and that we could fucking end it off with that? What is your Carpe Guisada saying? What is
Daniel,
your
you
motto?
want to go first? You're the special guest.
Yeah, I guess like for me, I'm a very negative person.
Really?
Like just yeah.
Really, dude?
Yeah, most things I say about people are insults, and that's no. Just a very negative person in general, and I just realized like, I don't know. I always try to make it a point in the morning to just be like, be positive today. Just try and stay positive, and I'll catch myself. Like, I didn't want to do this, or like, why am I saying this? But I don't know. So I always just try and tell myself, be positive. Tell yourself something positive. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, that's what I always try and do in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have a mantra, motto?
Honestly, my dad bought me. It is a corny thing, but he got me like a 5-minute journal thing where like you do it every day. You like write like your what would make today good or something. It is like corny or whatever, but like it does.
That is good. It does
But
something
like it's just like
psychologically.
just doing it every day. I think the thing I keep coming back to is just like live deliberately. Like
For sure.
it's so easy with like scrolling and shit to just
Yeah.
kind of passively go through shit like that. So I've tried that. It's hard, but
Yeah.
I would say that's the.
Fuck
That's a
yeah,
good one, man.
that's smart.
Potter, we're good friends. We're closer now than we were back then. But for Christmas, he bought me one of those books.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's such a Potter gift.
it's such a Potter gift,
That's
right?
so sweet,
He's such
though.
a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But he gave me, Byers, and Joey that book. It was a writing exercise and all that stuff. I was like, dude, this is awesome,
That's
dude. Thank you
awesome.
so much. Have not put one ink,
Of course
one
not.
ink
You
mark
should
into
do
it at all.
Yeah.
When my dad bought it, I like rolled my. I mean, I didn't roll my eyes, but I was like, I think I'll start this and give up. But like, I've been doing it. He got it like for all of us for Christmas, and I've been
Yeah.
doing it since then.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool, though. I mean, you should write every day, whether it's that or journaling or just whatever. How can people find you? Instagram, social media. What do you got coming up? Anything you want to promote?
Instagram is at Please Don't Ask Jeeves. Shows. I'm doing the Very Funny Comedy Show in Austin on Friday, the 6th of June. I don't know when this comes out, but I think that's my.
You got anything coming up?
Yeah, Vintage Daniel on Instagram. Just watch Hello there on YouTube, the podcast. And then shows, obviously Station Comedy Club every Friday, Saturday here in San Antonio. And then the next major show I'm on, I know I'm doing Revolver in July with Raul Sanchez.
hell yeah.
So that'll be fun. But
Nice,
yeah.
That
man.
will be fun.
Yeah. Go watch Preacher Lawson's specials. He has a special on Prime. He has a special on YouTube, produced by 800 Pound Gorilla. What's up, Preacher Lawson?
With our help, he's
Nice
gonna-
meeting you. Hope your jiu-jitsu tournament did well. And at your homie Pat for all this stuff. Yeah, man. Hot damn it, laugh out loud. Get some tickets.
Fuck
I got
yeah, go to
Oh, hell,
that.
June
watch
and
that
July.
shit. Great lineup.
And yeah, man. All right. Peace.